Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 358. Now today, the collectible of the day is the Funko Toys, Marvel Comics, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, Man-Thing, Pop Vinyl Bobblehead. This was a Funko and Entertainment Earth convention exclusive. Fresh out of the Florida Everglades, Marvel's Man-Thing joins the ranks of Funko Pop vinyl figures. This beautifully detailed Man-Thing Pop vinyl bobblehead is 2019 San Diego Comic-Con convention exclusive, featuring a forward bobbling head measuring 3 and 3¼ inches in height, and comes packaged in a window display box. Don't let 'em get away. Released by Funko Toys. Now, the comic of the day is The Man-Thing, Volume 2, Issue Number 2, with the cover date of November 1979, with story by Michael Fleischer, art by Jim Mooney, and cover by Bob Wyacek. This issue is titled Himalayan Nightmare. We open with Man-Thing wandering the swamp one day when he happens upon two scientists about to test out a new teleportation ray. When they spot the Quag Beast, they shoot it with the device, which transports the Man-Thing to the Himalayan mountains, where the muck monster fights off a horde of wolves. Meanwhile, three explorers, Russell, his wife Elaine, and his associate Roger, who's trying to make advances on Elaine, continue their search for the abominable snowman, even after their Sherpa guide refuses to go any further. When Russell falls down a cliff, Roger assumes him dead and convinces Elaine to go back with him to the mainland, figuring they'll never find the abominable snowman. Russell survived his fall, however, and is attacked by a mountain bear, but is saved by the Man-Thing, which he burns to death in his hands. Believing that the Man-Thing is the abominable snowman, he convinces the Quag Beast to follow him and find the others. However, when Roger is kicked out of the tent, when he tries to make an advancement on Elaine, he sees Roger first and shoots him in cold blood. When the Man-Thing is seen by Elaine, Roger convinces her that the monster killed him, and as they try to flee, she twists her ankle. He leaves her to die just as his gunshots cause an avalanche. The Man-Thing, attracted by Elaine's fear, pounces on her just as the avalanche hits. This story is continued in the next issue. Geek Fact: The Man-Thing is a slow-moving, empathic, humanoid swamp creature, living in the Everglades in Florida, near a Seminole reservation and the town of Citrusville, in Cypress County, Florida. Bonus Geek Fact: Young biochemist Theodore Ted Salas, a native of Omaha, Nebraska, was working in the Everglades as a part of a project trying to recreate the super soldier serum that created Captain America. It's also revealed that Dr. Salas treated and worked alongside Dr. Kurt Connors shortly after Connors' arm was amputated in Web of Spider-Man, Volume 2, Issue Number 6. Driving the research that eventually transformed Connors into the Lizard. Salas ended up breaching security, bringing his wife with him to the research facility, and she turned out to be an undercover AIM agent. AIM is a technological terrorist group, Advanced Idea Mechanics, AIM for short. To keep the formula safe, he destroyed all the notes he had memorized and injected himself with the only sample serum. Unfortunately, while fleeing, he wrecked his car, crashing into a tree. It was there that the scientific and magical forces combined to instantly transform him into the Man-Thing. Advertising Ad Fact: Before you meet the enemy at high noon, learn the do's and don'ts of gum fighting. First thing to do, you gotta pick the right chew. The new Hubba Bubba No Stick Bubbles. You gotta take the proper stance. Arms at 93 degrees. Feet firmly planted. Knees slightly bent. Keep your Hubba Bubba Bubble facing your opponent. Gunfighter hat optional. Remember, size is not important. Accept no substitutes or end up like this poor sap. If you're gonna have a gum fight, you gotta blow right with Hubba Bubba. Big bubbles, no troubles. Tantalizingly terrific toys. Check out this ROM the Space Knight electronic action toy. From outer space to the pages of Marvel Comics comes the champion of justice and truth. Has a light-up energy analyzer that tells you if the creatures are good or evil, and ROM's translator makes every sound and light, giving ROM the ability to communicate with any intelligent being. He also has a light-up neutralizer that sends creatures to the shadow zone, and lastly, a respirator that makes real breathing sounds. Runs on a 9-volt battery. Do they still make those? And made by Parker Toys. I want one of these. The Star Wars Superiority. I about fell out of my chair after seeing this Star Wars toy centerfold in a Marvel comic. Get the original release of action figures or the all-new recently added series of figures. There's also a Jawa sandcrawler, or relive your favorite moments from the weird and crazy Cantina playset. Wow! And final geek fact. Man-Thing has many powers and abilities. Like malleability, he can ooze through any hole or crack. He's capable of self-propelled flight. If you don't believe me, check out Strange Tales, Volume 4, Issue number 1. He has super strength. He can control plant life. He's durable. He's empathic and has acidic secretions. He can also transport himself anywhere in any dimension, because he's the nexus of all realities. He can also change size at will. He can open portals to other dimensions, and he can teleport others with him. Plus, he can regenerate and reform any part of his body. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.